This case features a young mother facing robbery charges, but her plea for probation meets a powerful rebuttal from the victim's mother. Will her tragic past sway the court, or will justice demand a harsher sentence?
We're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2020 CR 11695, State of Texas versus Leda Perez. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Tom Nisbet.
For the defense?
John Winter.
And are you Ms. Perez? I need you to unmute. Are you Ms. Perez?
Yes.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No.
No. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor. Sorry.
Any
No.
objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
John, this reminds me of whenever I swear people in, and then I ask them to state their name, they do it. And then I say state, and then the witness says Texas.
They're not wrong.
You're not wrong, no. All right, Ms. Perez, I'm going to show you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Ms. Perez, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Perez, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes.
Ms. Perez, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court's Admonishment and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand what you're charged with is robbery? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargaining agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargaining agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargaining agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargaining agreement you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargaining agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Ms. Perez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Show you what's entitled plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $500 fine. State opposes your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution in the amount of $2,131.29 to Jasmine, Jasmin, Reyes. It's to be payable to victims, well, paid jointly and severally with co-defendant Nancy Ramirez and Angelina Macias. And there's to be no contact with Jasmine Reyes. Did you understand that to be the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the agreement?
It is, Judge.
state is that the agreement?
Yes.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver Repeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
We offer Exhibit 1 in attachment.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Pettis, I'm going to show you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication.
Leigh Pettis pleads no contest to robbery. The court accepts evidence and defers a guilt finding, offering a glimmer of hope for deferred adjudication despite the state's opposition.
Could I get a date, Norma, for sentencing, please?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. Judge, right now we're looking at about October 20th.
All right, Ms. Pettis, we're going to come back on October 20th. You'll need to appear in person in the courtroom. It's the 187 District Court on the 4th floor, located at 300 De La Rosa. You need to be here on October 20th. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I got it. All right, thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm.
And so you're aware of that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about your situation. Now, you heard what your sister stated about you have a son, right?
Correct.
And make sure you speak up nice and clear.
Correct. Yes, I have a son.
Yes. And he's 2 years old?
Yes.
Okay. And where is he right now?
Right now, he's with my mom.
I'm sorry, could you speak up a little bit, please?
He's with my mom right now.
Okay. And so you have family who helps you, through things like this, helps you with your son, helps you with things, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what happened to his father?
He was murdered
And when was that? When was he murdered?
in 2018.
In 2018? So it's been difficult raising your son alone, correct?
Yes, sir.
But you managed to do it, I'm sure, with help from your family. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what have you done to put yourself in a position? Well, let me back up a little bit. According to the PSI, you had to drop out of school in order to have your son, correct?
Correct.
But you still managed to go back and get your diploma, right?
Correct. Yes, I got my diploma from SA Leadership.
Okay. And what have you done other than the diploma? What have you done as far as like any kind of vocational training, anything to better yourself for the future and your son's future?
I got certified to be a lash tech, and now I'm looking to get licensed to practice on people.
Okay. So your plan is to be a licensed lash technician, right?
Yes.
And that's something you could work maybe with your sister's salon, right?
Yes.
And you feel that would provide good support for you and your son?
Yes.
Okay. And so you know that there's money owed to this young lady because of some items that were taken from her. There was a cell phone taken and some jewelry as well taken. And we've discussed that, right?
Yes.
And you know that the amount of restitution that's owed is $2,131.29, right?
Yes.
Now, you also know that the two young ladies who were charged along with you, they've gone to prison for like 6 years on one and maybe 6 or 7 years on the other, correct?
Correct.
So chances are the person who's going to be responsible for paying that off is the person who gets probation. That'd be you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you willing to pay off that restitution to do what you can to make sure that this young lady is made economically whole?
Yes.
Okay. Did you bring any money with you today to help in that?
Yes, I brought $400.
$400.
Yes.
Okay. And you want to pay that towards restitution, right?
Yes.
Okay. And now there's no way that you can make up for what happened, but would you like to tell the court and Jasmine, would you like to tell them anything about this situation?
I would like to say I'm sorry to Jasmine. I know that my actions affected her a lot, and I learned from my mistakes, and it's something I will never do again. And I don't want to ever do this to anybody else, and I don't want my son to pay for my mistakes.
And you're asking the judge to give you a chance on probation, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you heard the prosecutor state something along the lines of, you don't feel that you need any treatment for alcohol. So are you willing to do whatever the court requires you to do as part of
Yes.
the probation?
Yes, whatever it takes.
Okay. I pass the witness.
All right, the state, do you wish to inquire?
Just a few questions, Judge.
All right.
Leda, in reading the pre-sentence investigation report, so the interview you had with probation, it seems to me like you're trying to blame the other females involved and say that you were just kind of along for the ride. Is that how you feel about this?
I feel like I did play a role in this, and I do take accountable for my actions, but I just also feel like I was scared at the time.
And also in the report that talks about any substance abuse problems, they indicated that you're not motivated for treatment. You don't need any sort of treatment for your alcohol problems?
I don't consume alcohol.
Okay, well, when this offense happened,
At the time.
were you consuming alcohol then?
Yes.
Okay. And you're aware that this incident was captured on an iPhone video and posted on social media. You're aware of that, right?
I never posted anything. I'm not aware if anybody else did.
Okay. And so are you admitting then to this court that you did play a part in this robbery, that you punched her, drug her out of the car, and left her on the side of the road while stealing her iPhone and jewelry?
I didn't take anything from her, but I did hit her.
Okay. And Leda, if this were someone in your family, let's say hypothetically this was your sister, and she was drugged from a car, kicked in the head, punched, and things were stolen from her, and she was left on the side of the road with this videoed and put on social media, would you say, oh, probation's an appropriate punishment for that offense?
I mean, given all the requirements of the probation, yes.
Okay. Nothing further, Judge.
Counsel, anything further?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mhm.
So, Leda, since we're getting into what happened that night, Were you the one of the girls who dragged the young lady Jasmine? Were you one of the girls who dragged her out of the car?
No, sir.
Okay. When she was dragged out of the car, what did you do?
I was confused and I was scared. I didn't know why this was happening. And so I felt like if I didn't do anything that they would do this to me. So I went ahead and hit her.
Well, and we want to make sure that we're clear on that. You know, of your own free will, took part in that, right? You saw them beating up Jasmine and you took part in that, correct?
Correct.
And you're telling that you're not shying away from that in front of the judge, right? You're here to tell the judge you're taking responsibility for that, right?
Right.
And you're
Right.
telling Jasmine as well. You've already apologized once. You're telling her what you're responsible for, right?
Correct.
Okay. At the time that it happened, were you aware that they planned on taking her jewelry and her cell phone?
No.
Okay, but you saw it happen, right?
Yes.
And you got back into the car with these people.
Yes. I needed to go home. I was far from home and I didn't know what else to do.
Right, right. But like I said, you were aware of all of this, and you took part in striking her, right, and punching her.
Correct.
Okay, so we're not trying to tell the judge, that you didn't have anything to do with this, right?
Correct.
Right. But what you're telling the judge is that, you've never been in trouble before, right?
Right.
This isn't the kind of thing that Leda Perez goes around doing, right?
Right.
This isn't the kind of thing that you're going to do in the future. This is kind of a scary thing for you standing in front of the court, right?
Yes.
I mean, you're looking at your freedom here, right?
Yes.
And it's all because of what? It's all because of what you did to Jasmine, right?
Right.
So based on all of that, and like the prosecutor said, if it happened to your sister, you may not feel good about somebody like that getting probation, right?
Right.
But you've got to tell the judge why you should get probation. So why should you get probation?
I should get probation because I'm a mother and I was lost at the time. That wasn't me. I learned from my mistakes. And
You have plans, right?
I have plans for the future.
You have plans for you, right?
And I'll do whatever it takes if I get probation to do what I need to do and complete my goals in the future for me and my son.
I pass the witness.
Anything further, State?
No, nothing further, Judge, just argument.
All right, you may step down. Were you putting any?
The prosecution argues vehemently against probation, highlighting Lebe's role in the violent robbery and the severe sentences of her co-defendants. The defense emphasizes Lebe's remorse, difficult past, and efforts toward rehabilitation.
Anything on, Meredith?
No, Judge, just argument, and then later we'll have a victim impact statement.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, then I'll hear argument. State.
Your Honor, this is the type of offense that the state feels like probation is in any form is not appropriate. As you can see from the pre-sentence investigation report, as well as the reports and everything like that, this defendant participated with a group of people in removing a person who just wanted a ride home from a party, a young woman, from a car, continuing to assault her repeatedly while taking items, whether or not she admits to knowing that the items were being taken at the time, repeatedly being assaulted. And all of this was captured on a video. It's hard to identify, but the victim was able to identify some of the actors, which is why we were able to make cases on them. Other actors were not able to be identified. She was left by the side of the road and was very traumatized, as you can imagine. Just for some perspective, the two other female co-defendants, their applications were denied. One of them received 6 years and one of them received 8. So when the state made our original offer to this defendant, Ms. Leda Perez, we took into account the fact that she does not have much in the way of criminal history, if at all, and of the group was probably the least culpable, but still very much a party to the offense and a participant. So for all these things, and in addition, we don't really feel like she's taking full responsibility. Based on what she told the officer, kind of made it sound like she was along for the ride. Also says in her tap that she's not motivated for treatment. When alcohol, what she claimed alcohol was to blame at the time of the offense. And for these reasons, Judge, we're asking that you deny her application and sentence her to the 3 years.
All right. And while we're on the subject of the plea agreement, I don't think I ever received what the terms of the plea agreement were. Can you set those out for me? Like, did she apply? Yeah, I just don't have any information.
It was 3 opposed, Your Honor. John, did she apply for both regular and deferred?
Yes, we applied for both regular and deferred adjudication. And the agreement was for 3 years TDC opposed to our application.
Okay, thank you. All right, counsel, argument?
Thank you, Judge. Leda is definitely the least culpable person involved in this, both in her actions, in her criminal history. My understanding, and I'm going off of memory, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is the other 2 women who got sentenced had much more extensive criminal histories and also other cases, as well as this robbery case when they were sentenced. I don't know if they were sentenced on them or they were taken into consideration or what happened, but Leda is the one here who, if anybody should get probation, it should be Leda. She's certainly the least culpable in the actual offense, which I disagree with Meredith. I do believe that she's taken responsibility for it. She may not be the most articulate young lady out there, but she's certainly saying, what she did and what she's taking responsibility for. She's got a good family who's going to help her through this. When I told her that prison is a possibility today, she didn't shy away from that. She came to court. She made sure her son is safe with her mother. She's able to plan these things just like she's planned for the good things in her life, by getting her eyelash technician certificate, by working with her sister at that salon, which hopefully will lead to better things. She's had a difficult time. The father of her child was murdered. She's living in not assisted housing, but Section 8 housing now. But she's still trying to make plans for a better future. And, let's not forget, probation is still a type of punishment. It doesn't mean that she's not getting punished for this offense. She will be punished. She'll be held responsible. She'll be supervised. She'll have to make restitution to Jasmine. And she's willing to do that. She's willing to do these things because it's the right thing to do. And I think when you look at everything together, yes, it was a terrible thing that happened to Jasmine, and yes, Leda took part in that. But she's here to ask for probation, and I think that she can successfully complete probation. And I think that the interests of the community, of Jasmine, and justice are served by her getting probation.
All right. I'm going to follow the plea agreement that you entered into with the state. I'm going to assess punishment at 3 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. You will be given credit for any time that you've already served. I'm going to order restitution to Jasmine. What's her last name? Jasmine's last name?
Reyes, Judge.
Restitution to Jasmine Reyes in the amount of $2,139.21, ordering that as a condition of parole. I'm also going to recommend, if it hasn't already been done, that the victim be put in contact with the Victim Assistance Program for possible help with any expenses that are not being covered by her insurance for medical care that she continues to need for both physical and mental issues. Is there anything further from either side?
No, Your Honor, just a victim impact statement when the court is ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, it'd be under Victoria Reyes. Victoria, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, the court is ready for the victim impact statement.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to thank you, Judge, for everything that you've done right now. I'm a mother, so I've heard Leda's story of, the fact that she is a mother as well, which makes me ask, why was she out at this time? Why was she not with her son? The fact that I'm a mother, I would think that she would be trying to teach her son these values. And that's what a mother does. Right now, if she can even imagine someone beating her son, leaving him bleeding, having to have CAT scans done. My daughter has a mass in her head. She will need surgery. My daughter has depression, PTSD. She quit her job. She wasn't even going to go to graduation. That was her senior year. My daughter went through so much. And for Leda, I wasn't asking for her to serve as much as the other girls because I know they told me her criminal history, which she didn't have one. But the thing is, probation was not enough. That would not have been justice being served because I know she's the one who had less of involvement. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what you do. You steal a piece of gum versus to stealing something more valuable. Theft is theft. This is an assault as well. Even a small part that she took in it, but she's still accountable for it. And I understand that she has said she's sorry. And I'm not a hateful person asking, vengeful either. But all I want is, my daughter, justice being served, and this never to happen to someone else's child. And I hope she learns from this as well. And also not to hang around with those type of people that she was involved with, because obviously they were the wrong crowd. And I feel bad that now she has to pay for this, for that one time that she had to be involved. But at that time, she also had the choice to make. She could have just took off. She could have not took any part in it. And right now, we wouldn't be here right now. And that's all. And I've heard also as well that the father of her child was murdered. If hearing that and you've gone through something so traumatic, why would you do this to someone else if you have passed through this as well? Having support of your family, then why didn't they ever guide you on the right path to tell you don't hang around with these people, stay home and take care of your child? So I feel for them because I'm a mother, so I feel for her mother as well. And I just hope that she learns from this and never to do this again and not to associate with those kind of people. My daughter now is left to deal with the aftermath. And it's just hard because we can't take it back. We can't go back in time. I can't go back to that time to protect her. And now all I can ask is for justice to be served. And I'm happy that it has, because this can never happen to someone else. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. All right. I'll remand you to the custody of the sheriff. Anything else from either side?
The judge sentences Leda to 3 years in prison, prioritizing justice for the victim. Jasmine's mother delivers a heart-wrenching statement detailing the lasting trauma and questioning Leda's actions as a mother.